Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to my channel Science of Life with Dr. Mohammed Yousaf. Today I am going to talk about the regulation of secretion of female hormones, and before that one hadith. हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया कि इन्ना मिन खियारिकुम अहसनुकुम अखलाका, इन्ना मिन खियारिकुम, तुम में से सबसे अच्छे लोग वो हैं अहसनुकुम अखलाकन, जो अखलाक में सबसे अच्छे। हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम, ये बुखारी मुस्लिम दोनों की मोस्ट ऑथेंटिक बुक्स में से हदीस है, दोनों में मेंशन हुई है कि तुमसे में सबसे अच्छे लोग वो हैं जो अखलाक में सबसे अच्छे। तो हमने मुसलमानी सिर्फ इबादत का नाम नहीं है, मामलात भी और ज़िंदगी गुजारने के सारे बाकी मामलात भी, उसमें अखलाक सबसे। हुजूर सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का मुबारक मफ़हूम फरमान और भी है कि मैं बुइस्तु लिउतम्मिम मकारिमल अखलाक, मैं मकारिम अखलाक की तकमील के लिए दुनिया में भेजा हूँ। तो अल्लाह पाक हमें अच्छे अखलाक वाला बनाए और अच्छा मोमिन बनाए। अच्छा मोमिन वही होगा जिसके अखलाक अच्छे होंगे। अल्लाह पाक समझ अमल की तौफीक अता फरमाए। So we will talk about the regulation of secretion of female hormone. The drastic fluctuation or in the hormone, we have seen this graph several times. Both the gonadotrophic hormones and the ovarian hormone, there are drastic variations which are taking place in every month. So how they are regulated. We had discussed the regulation of secretion of male hormone. Almost the same mechanism of regulation of female hormone is there. And so hypothalamo-hypophyseal axis is regulating the hormones of this ovaries as well. So hypothalamic hormone, we know the same hormone which we talked about in female, gonadotrophic releasing hormone, GnRH, gonadotrophic releasing hormone, and then the pituitary hormone, what are they are termed, hypophyseal gonadotrophic hormone, वो भी वही दोनों होंगी, that is follicle stimulating hormone, which in female primarily control the follicular growth, follicular phase of the ovaries, जो हमने discuss किया था, उसको ज़्यादा affect करती है. And the luteinizing hormone, the second hormone, that is responsible for the first उसका काम ये होगा, when it is released, वो ग्राफ में जो हमने देखा, फिर दोबारा ग्राफ आ जाएगा, it is released, it causes the initial onset of the release of progesterone, the second hormone. उससे पहले जब तक ये ज़्यादा ना हो तब ये progesterone नहीं आती. So progesterone secretion onset is under the effect of luteinizing hormone. Then it has got very important functions of ovulation. Ovulation भी यही करती है. Pre-ovulatory luteal surge, luteinizing hormone surge is responsible for that. And then after that, after ovulation, luteinization of the ruptured follicle, conversion of this into corpus luteum, which process is known as luteinization. That is again the functions of luteinizing hormone. So the hypothalamus or the pituitary hormone, and then of course the ovarian hormone, estrogen and progesterone. Now, what is this gonadotrophic releasing hormone? It is a decapeptide. There are 10 amino acids in this, and so and the sequence of those amino acids has been analyzed, and glutamic acid, histamine, tryptophan, serine, tyrosine, glycine, leucine, arginine, proline, glycine. So this is the sequence of those amino acids in this decapeptide gonadotrophic releasing hormone. It is produced in the neuron in the arcuate nuclei of the hypothalamus and preoptic area of the anterior hypothalamus also. In दो जगहों पे the neurons are present which produce it, and the hormone then travel along the nerve fibers to the median eminence, and the where it will be released into the hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal vessels. Different areas of the limbic system, they affect both of these areas for the release of this gonadotrophic releasing hormone. Limbic system affects this, and it causes the effect release of gonadotrophic releasing hormone. Different psychic elements, for example, limbic system का काम यही है, psychic elements में it is so behavioral control, what is termed as. So the different psychic elements, they do affect the female hormonal system and the fertility, etc. And from this preoptic area or arcuate nuclei, the nerve fiber go to the median eminence, where there will be a release of the this hormone, and it will be absorbed and carried by the hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal vessels, and it will affect the it will be carried to the anterior pituitary hypophysis for the release of those follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. We discussed it in male reproductive system as well. That is, this release of this gonadotrophic releasing hormone is not a continuous process. It is released in pulses. There is the intermittent or cyclic release of the gonadotrophic releasing hormone. It is, and for we will see कि कितनी देर बाद, and the frequency of this pulses increases when it has to be increased, and frequency of this pulses is reduced when the hormone has to be reduced. So pulse style release of gonadotrophic hormone, this is, that is 5 to 25 minute release for 2 to 3 hours, every 2 to 3 hours, यानी 2 घंटे बाद 3 घंटे बाद नॉर्मली ये रिलीज होती है, ranging from 5 minutes to 25 minutes. अगर ज्यादा चाहिए तो ये पल्सेशन 2 आवर्स के बजाय 2 आवर्स में होगी या लेस में, और दिस ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द प्रोडक्शन विल आल्सो बी मोर, 5 के बजाय 10, 20, 25 मिनट तक रिलीज होगी व्हेन मोर हार्मोन इज रिक्वायर्ड, और ये फ्रीक्वेंसी भी 2 आवर्स के बजाय मे बी इट इज शॉर्टर देन दैट, उससे भी कम हो जाए. So this is pulse style release is important. Corresponding pulse style release of luteinizing hormone. So this is the gonadotrophic releasing hormone. इसकी पल्सेशन है तो पल्स स्टाइल नेचर अगली हार्मोन में जैसे इसका इफेक्ट है, दैट इज द फॉलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन, ल्यूटिनाइजिंग हार्मोन, वो भी ऐसी पल्स स्टाइल रिलीज होगी. स्पेशली LH इज एग्जैक्टली फॉलो द पल्स स्टाइल रिलीज ऑफ दिस gonadotrophic releasing hormone. Frequency and duration of pulse determine the level of gonadotrophic hormone. Frequency कैसी होगी, कितनी कितनी देर बाद, अगर वो जल्दी जल्दी बाद, और long duration के लिए होगी if more hormone is required. And अगर कम चाहिए, when we have to reduce it, then the ये total duration will be reduced and वो frequency भी कम हो जाएगी. So continuous infusion, this is again experimentally it has been seen that this pulse style release has something special to do with the release of the hormone, control of the hormone, because we have seen continuous infusion of gonadotrophic hormone. We know the sequence of those 10 amino acids. We can prepare this molecule, or continuous infusion से it has been seen that is continuous infusion causes the stoppage of production of FSH. यानी मुसलसल अगर इसको देंगे तो फिर ये काम नहीं करेगी. ये pulse style release is something to do. We do not know exactly what is the cause, what is the mechanism. That is, pulse style release causes the production of FSH-LH. अगर continuous release होती तो this is, we have seen experimentally continuous infusion दे के देखा गया है कि that is stoppage of FSH-LH. So pulse style release is necessary. Reason we don't know, not known. So this was the hypothalamic hormone, gonadotrophic releasing hormone, the second level. Hypophyseal level we have already discussed in male reproductive system, both of the gonadotrophic hormone, LH and FSH. So this LH and FH, the pituitary hormone, we have discussed in male reproductive system as well, LH and FSH. Both are glycoproteins, and they are produced by the gonadotropes in the adenohypophysis. We have discussed it several times. So there is cyclic release of LH according to the cyclic release of gonadotrophic releasing hormone, and there are exactly follows that cyclic release. FSH भी ऊपर नीचे होती है with the cyclic release of that gonadotrophic releasing hormone, but it is slow. That is exact follower. So gonadotrophic releasing hormone is also known as luteinizing hormone releasing hormone. वो उसको exactly follow करती है, इसलिए उसको luteinizing hormone releasing hormone भी कहते हैं. Without gonadotrophic releasing hormone, no secretion of LH-FSH. This we have talked about in male as well. Throughout the childhood of male as well as in female, there is no production of gonadotrophic releasing hormone. Mechanism वही है puberty वाला जो हमने male में discuss किया है. Throughout the childhood, there is no production of the hypothalamic gonadotrophic releasing hormone because of either hypersensitivity of this hypothalamus or the immaturity of the limbic system. अभी तक वहाँ से signal नहीं आए. There is no production of the gonadotrophic releasing hormone. Then there is no FSH and luteinizing hormone, no ovarian activity in female. उसी तरह. This diagram is showing us the pulsatile release of this luteinizing hormone. So there this pulse 1 2 3 4 कितनी देर में minutes में every ये देखिए एक आया है, फिर 2 घंटे बाद दोबारा आया है, फिर 2 घंटे बाद तीसरी आया है, and there is pulsatile release. और same this is the luteinizing hormone का pulsatile release है because of the pulsatile release of the gonadotrophic releasing hormone from the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus में भी उसी तरह pulses हैं gonadotrophic releasing hormone के जो रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं. मल्टी यूनिट इलेक्ट्रिकल एक्टिविटी रिकॉर्ड करके हम उसको देख रहे हैं कहाँ से what is the pulsatile release of that gonadotrophic releasing hormone. So this is exactly following the pulsatile release of the gonadotrophic releasing hormone. So this diagram we have seen that the fluctuation in the male and female are FSH and LH. This will be according to the pulsatile. जब ये ज़्यादा चाहिए, there will be more production of gonadotrophic releasing hormone. तो pulses उसके भी इसी तरह बढ़ेंगे, and they will affect the ovarian hormone. We have discussed it. पहले भी ovaries के साथ discuss किया हुआ है. So negative feedback control, like every hormone, like male hormone or other the hormone, there is negative feedback. Estrogen strongly causes the inhibition of both LH. Estrogen मौजूद होगी, LH FSH दोनों inhibit हो जाएंगे. And जिस तरह testosterone inhibits both LH and FSH, and hypothalamic gonadotrophic releasing hormone. Progesterone potentiates the inhibitory effect. So इसका क्या मतलब है? Estrogen in that respect is more powerful hormone. Estrogen strongly inhibits both LH and FSH, and the progesterone किसी हद तक it also potentiates the effects, inhibitory effects. Both hormones also inhibit the hypothalamic. ये pituitary पे भी inhibition है, hypothalamic gonadotrophic releasing hormone की भी inhibition है. Then there is production of another important hormone, inhibin. Male maybe it was discussed that the inhibin is produced by the Sertoli cells, and that inhibits both levels, pituitary level B or hypothalamic level. The same inhibin is also produced from the ovaries, that is produced by the granulosa cells of the corpus luteum in the ovaries. उससे ये भी पैदा होती है, and it causes the anterior pituitary पे भी it inhibits the luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, and hypothalamic gonadotrophic releasing hormone is also inhibited. FSH is inhibited in the direct relation with the level of inhibin. So this inhibin is more important for the inhibition of FSH. So positive feedback, negative feedback, so we know, but there is a positive feedback event in this female hormonal system, and that is responsible for the luteinizing hormone surge, LH surge, pre-ovulatory surge जिसको कहते हैं. 2 days before ovulation, that is on 1 to 2 days before ovulation, normally estrogen, पिछली slide पे देखा है, estrogen inhibits the production of luteinizing hormone FSH as well as the gonadotrophic releasing hormone. लेकिन 1 to 2 days, 1 day or 2 days before the ovulation, the behavior of this hypothalamus and the hypophysis changes. What is that behavior? Estrogen, instead of inhibiting the anterior pituitary, it stimulates the anterior pituitary. 1 to 2 days before ovulation, estrogen stimulates the secretion of FSH instead of inhibiting. Inhibiting के बजाय ये stimulate करने लगती है. Exact cause इसका भी नहीं पता. Why the behavior changes? Normal so phenomena, high level of estrogen should inhibit the FSH and LH. High level of testosterone should inhibit FSH LH. But here, 2 days before ovulation, somehow there is positive feedback, that is increasing level, high level is stimulating instead of inhibiting. So reason is not clear, हमें नहीं पता है, इसको अभी रिसर्च जारी है, तो ये इसका काज क्या है, क्यों ये behavior change होता है, but we have observed it, so we are explaining it. Experimental infusion at this stage of the cycle have been able to demonstrate this positive feedback effect. क्या मतलब है कि ये ऐसा नहीं है कि इस टाइम पे किसी फीमेल में अगर हम उसको ईस्ट्रोजन दें तो पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट हमें नजर आता है, अदरवाइज तो ईस्ट्रोजन जब भी दें तो नेगेटिव इफेक्ट होता है. ये जो फैमिली प्लानिंग की टैबलेट्स होती हैं, व्हाट आर दोस? दे आर ईस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्टेरॉन कॉम्बिनेशन भी हो सकती है. वो ईस्ट्रोजन थ्रू आउट मंथ खाती रहे, देयर इज कंप्लीट इनहिबिशन ऑफ एलएच. लेकिन वो उन एनवायरनमेंट में जैसे नॉर्मली तो ये जब तक टैबलेट वो खातून खाती रहेगी, ईस्ट्रोजन लेवल हाई रखेगी, देयर विल बी नो एलएच. And without LH, there is no ovulation. Without ovulation, pregnancy is not possible. So normally, इसका action तो negative feedback वाला है. लेकिन somehow in the normal menstrual or endometrial cycle or ovarian sexual female sexual cycle, ये ovulation से 2 दिन पहले किसी तरह ये behavior change होता है, and there is stimulation instead of inhibition by the estrogen, and this causes very high level of LH and some high level, quite high level of FSH as well. दोनों हार्मोन बढ़ती हैं. So this is the response of hypothalamus and adenohypophysis to estrogen changes due to some unexplained reason. बात वही होगी, हमें नहीं पता कि ये क्यों positive feedback हो जाता है. They are stimulated instead of normal negative feedback response, and there is increased production of LH, and there is the LH or FSH surge. LH surge especially important. That's how this interplay between the anterior pituitary, the hypothalamus, anterior pituitary and ovaries is responsible for the regulation of this female hormonal system. And the key features हम इसको हम summarize कर लेते हैं. Key features of regulation. When corpus luteum is involuted, कहीं से शुरू करने, साइकिल है. Corpus luteum is involuted, there is absence of estrogen and progesterone, so negative feedback effect इसका क्या होगा? Low level of estrogen and progesterone causes the production of LH and FSH both. So FSH is produced, so this FSH will increase the follicular phase शुरू हो जाएगी FSH के under in the effects of FSH, and there will be production of estrogen. Estrogen will be produced. Then 2 days before ovulation, अभी तक तो सिर्फ LH आ रही थी, FSH आ रही थी. 2 days before ovulation, ovulation होती LH की वजह से है. थोड़ी सी LH पैदा हुई and ovulation होने लगी, तो थोड़ी सी FSH नहीं. Somehow the response of the pituitary as well as the hypothalamus becomes positive feedback, and LH surge is there, and it causes the initial production of progesterone. इसका पहला function है, and this LH surge causes ovulation as well. Ovulation भी यही करेगी, and this estrogen and progesterone both will be produced after ovulation. Remaining ruptured follicle is known as corpus luteum, and corpus luteum produces both the hormones. It is luteal phase. और फिर then this high estrogen and progesterone in the second half in the luteal phase will inhibit the hypothalamic gonadotrophic releasing hormone and FSH LH, और उनका absence will cause they are reduced, और जब वो कम हो जाएंगे, no stimulation of the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum तो stimulate हो रहा था, वो LH FSH, जब वो खत्म हो जाएंगे, and corpus luteum will involute again, and so this cycle will be repeated every month. So this is how the we summarize the mechanism of regulation of the female hormone. So this graph is showing the level of gonadotrophic releasing hormone in the monthly cycle, and वो कब कब बढ़ती है. So gonadotrophic releasing hormone का भी there is the surge near the ovulation. और इस surge की वजह से there is LH surge and FS as well as FS surge, और फिर after that is reduced. और ये ovarian changes भी यहाँ पे diagrammatically show की गई हैं. Follicular phase before in the first half of the cycle, ovulation at the time of surge, and then the formation of corpus luteum. So that's how this regulation occurs. So ये वही regulation पिछली है, and ये हमने half कर लिया ना. पहले हम वापस जाएं. पहले that is the ये gonadotrophic hormones, and this is the hypothalamic hypophyseal hormone, hypothalamic hormone, hypophyseal hormone, and these are the ovarian hormone. ये ग्राफ भी हमने देखा है. पहले हाफ में ईस्ट्रोजन बहुत कम, and there is ईस्ट्रोजन भी प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, और सेकंड हाफ में बोथ हार्मोन ईस्ट्रोजन एंड प्रोजेस्टेरोन दोनों पैदा हो रही हैं, और इनहिबिन की भी प्रोडक्शन हो रही है. इनहिबिन काजेज द इनहिबिशन ऑफ एफएसएच एंड एलएच. और फिर ये एंडोमेट्रियल चेंजेस जो हमने पहले डिस्कस की हुई हैं. एंड मेंस्ट्रुएशन है, देन द प्रोलिफरेटिव फेज है, एंड देन द सिक्रेटरी फेज है. दैट्स हाउ दिस ऑल दिस रेगुलेशन टेक्स प्लेस. इसको फीमेल की तरह है. नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल टॉक अबाउट a few special things about the female reproductive system. That is some important aspects of the female reproductive physiology. दो चार बातें हैं नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में इंशाल्लाह we will talk about, and hope to you are following me. इसको शेयर करें और फॉलो करें, और बाकी स्टूडेंट को ज़रूर शेयर करें ताकि मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट जितने भी हमसे फ़ायदा उठा सकें फ़ायदा होगा. हमारा मकसद यही है, सदका जारिया. मेरा मकसद यही है कि ये ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक जाए और ये सदका जारिया रहे. आप भी इसको शेयर करें, आपको भी इसको सदका जारिया मिलेगा. थैंक यू वेरी मच. सी यू इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो इंशाल्लाह ताला. थैंक यू वेरी मच.